Hi, welcome to Christy Sunrise. Today I'm going to share with you my recipe for spaghetti sauce. I've simplified this. Normally I would put fresh garlic, put fresh onions, and you're welcome to do that. But I know that my viewers, what I'm learning is you like very easy. So I've even made everything easy. You will see how easy this is. Okay, so this is the recipe for spaghetti sauce. The reason I make the spaghetti sauce is because it's cheaper than buying it in the jars, and it's fresher. And I make this makes several jars, and then I just I don't freeze them. I just put them in canning jars, and I lay cling wrap. You'll see how I do that. If you can, you could definitely hot water bath it. That's your choice, but I know y'all like easy, so that's what I'm doing is easy. So here are the ingredients. Now we're going to use 3 cans of, I like to mix the crushed tomatoes, and I like to add diced tomatoes. I do have someone in my family that doesn't like the chunkiness, so but I like it. So today I'm using 3 crushed, combination of diced and crushed. You're going to need 3 cans of the tomato sauce. Now this big one equals 2 little ones, so 1, 2, 3. 3 cans of tomato paste. This one equals 2. This is 1, 1, 2, 3. You're going to use 3 teaspoons of garlic powder, 3 teaspoons of onion powder, 3 tablespoons of Italian seasoning. Normally I would have mixed all of the seasonings up, oregano, thyme, basil, parsley, but I've learned you like easy, so this is what I'm using for you. You're going to need 3 cups of beef broth. I went ahead and put it in the microwave and got it started, but it would have broken down in there because you're going to be cooking this for a long time. Also add some wine. I'm going to add about a cup, maybe a cup and a half. So you can say 3 half cups if you want to keep the 3 number going. So I'm going to basically just open all of this up and put it in a pot and cook it for at least an hour. Let the alcohol cook out and just simmer away. So here are my my beef broth, and I use the cubes. So let's get these open. Okay, I have all of the tomato sauce, crushed tomatoes, and tomato paste in here. Now I'm going to add 3 teaspoons of garlic powder. 1, 2, 3. 3 teaspoons of onion powder. 1, 2, 3, and 3 tablespoons of the Italian seasoning mix. One, 2, 3. Okay, you'll add the salt at your taste. I'm going to turn it on high, let it bring to boil, and I'm going to add about 1.5 cups of red wine. It can be cheap red wine. This wine's a little more expensive. It's wine that I already had. So just get some cheap, sweet red wine. And there we go. I'm going to go ahead and whisk all of it because of the tomato paste to get it all broken up. And you're going to cook this down for at least an hour. After about 30 minutes, I'll taste it and then I'll add some salt. I would not add a lot of salt. I would start like with a teaspoon. I would not add more than that, but that's just my opinion. Again, you can cook this instead of using the garlic powder and garlic and onion powder. You can do fresh onions, chop up fresh onion. I do about 3 cloves of the garlic and depending, half an onion to a whole onion, depending on how well you like onions. Okay, so there it is. We're just going to cook this down. It's still a little clumpy. We're going to cook it down and then I'll share it with you. So I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I have put the sauce in the jar. I boiled it for about an hour and a half. You can see we got 32 ounce and then 5 16 ounces. The reason I put them in smaller jars is because it's just my husband and I most of the time. So this is enough for us. If you're making a big lasagna or something like that and you're using a pan like this, I would jar them up in the big jar or use 2 little jars. Whatever works best for you. Whatever works best for your family. Okay, price-wise, we spent less than $9 on the canned tomatoes, the tomato sauce, and the tomato paste. The wine, say $2. So $11, 10 or $11. Your spices to me are a staple, but you can count them if you want. But still, if you were to buy these jars, I've seen the 32 ounce jars in the store up to $8, $7, $8. These are for $5. So 4 times 5 is $28. So we saved about $20 doing this. So that's why I do it, and I know what's in it, and I can control any taste that I want in it. Now, how I freeze them is I wiped the jars down. Make sure you wipe the jars down really good. And then if you want to can them, do the hot water bath. If you're a canner, you know how to do it and follow the instructions. I didn't do that because I don't know how many of y'all actually can. So, but I take a piece of the saran wrap and I stick it down in here. After they're cool, make sure they're all cool. I stick it down in here. And then I put the lid on it. And I simply put it in the freezer. And it's ready to use. It did make a little more than what's here, not enough to fill another jar, so I threw it into, I'm making lasagna, so I threw the extra into that mix. So, homemade spaghetti sauce. Homemade spaghetti sauce. Saves you some money. You know what's in it. Doesn't really take that long. Just throw it all in a pot and let it simmer for an hour and a half or so, maybe 2 hours. Um, you control the ingredients. Control the spices however you want them. And I hope you try it. If you like the video, do a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and I hope you try the recipe, homemade spaghetti sauce. Have a great day.